So I'm scared to say this, but are we at not a standstill? I think it is a standstill right now, because Digimon, we have a new story game that I didn't even get into on this video because we don't have a lot of information on it. But we have a new story game that's magically being created for base PS4 as the base, or PS4 as the base in mind, and then we have this bigger new Pokemon game also coming. So I'm just thinking, like, this video right here feels like it's swapped right now. In 2019, I feel like it's swapped right now. But it's swapped with Digimon having like this ammo in the back ready to fire on us, right? Because Survive is coming in 2020, and then at the end of the day, it would make sense with how long the new story game has been in development, it would make sense for that one to be coming out the following year. AKA, Digimon has some crazy heat coming in the next potential 2 to 3 years, while Pokemon is about to hit its biggest stride in a month. And from there, it's kind of up to Digimon to answer. What's going on, y'all? So I don't really have a set direction whatsoever for this video right now. Digimon Story Complete Edition, Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition just released, and I was streaming it on the release day, Friday. The 18th. And throughout that stream, we're just talking a lot about Digimon, and it just really got me thinking and started remembering back. I feel like every time Digimon news gets brought up, the first thing that comes back to my head is the new story game that is being developed, that has been being in development for, bro, it's got to be 5 years at this point since we've heard about it. Maybe 5, maybe 4, I'm not fully sure, but it's something like that. And then on the other hand, Pokemon is obviously getting ready to release something very, very big for them, a full-on, a Pokemon game experience on a home console, right? Obviously, Switch is a hybrid, but we can call it a home console in this situation. And so that's just the high level of it, all right? If we think deeper, even just a little bit, we have Digimon Re-Arise that just released on iOS, Android, whatever smartphones. Same with Pokemon Masters, okay? Complete Edition just released on this Friday, and then all of a sudden we have Sword and Shield coming out next month. These two series are at not a high point, but are building a lot of momentum. Pokemon is at a high point, but Digimon, it's like it is, but not really, because we haven't had anything new in 7, 8, 9, 3, coming up on 4 years. They were doing so good, right? They had a lot of momentum. Hacker's Memory was also lit, so good. Then they announced Survive was supposed to come out this year. And so before I even get any deeper, let's look back to one of my more popular videos on this topic, back from when Sun and Moon was, I think it was coming out, and I think Hacker's Memory was also on its way out. Some of you guys know that video because a lot of you guys subscribed from that video, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, I got a new comment on the other day, which is really where this video idea came from. Actually, we can look right here. Look at this video right here, or this comment right here. So let's jump into the video. We're gonna review it. I'm gonna review it. Obviously, you're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I'm gonna listen to what I was talking about. What is this? I think this is 2017. Give me a sec. April 23rd, 2017. So the title is, "Are Pokemon Games Losing Touch While Digimon is Improving?" And so, like I said, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna listen to what I say, but I've just been having these thoughts about this new Pokemon game and the big controversy around it, and these new batch of information that they've released has actually finally have me fully interested. Before I was just like, it's Pokemon new Switch, I'm gonna buy it. These new pieces of information they've been talking about have genuinely got me excited. So let's review where my head was at in 2017. We heard that there is a new Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth game, Hacker's Memory, coming out. And so it got me thinking, man, because most recently, Pokemon Sun and Moon came out back in 2016. And the thing is, ever since X and Y, okay, I haven't been feeling the same way about Pokemon. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm just falling off of the whole series, or if it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but all I can say is X and Y was the peak. I thought that was one of the greatest Pokemon games. I still to this day feel that way. It was the first time we did the 3D. Still to this day. 3D. First time we could finally customize our main character, and it was just, I don't know, dog. I really loved X and Y. The city set, I loved the setting of the game. Ever since that X and Y, I've been looking for the same feeling.
Now, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I
Trash.
barely
Absolutely
beat that
trash.
game.
I hated it. I don't like that region. I always say this.
So not caring for it. But the thing is, that region, I originally didn't even like it, you know. So like, I never really even liked the older games. And then freaking Sun and Moon came out, and I don't know if it was the region again, because I liked it changed it up, you know, Hawaii type stuff, like it changed it up, but it still didn't give me the same feeling as X and Y. And so this is obviously just me though, you know what I'm saying? This is obviously just a personal opinion right now, so I don't want to put this on anybody. But what I'm trying to say is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth was probably one of the bigger ones that's come out in the past few years. You know, it really made a statement. And the thing is with that, man, I remember this was last year during my school year, and I put in time, work, effort into that game, bro. And then same with Digimon World. Now the thing is with Digimon World Next Order is I've never played a world game, so this is the first world game, so I was just hella confused over spring break. I was streaming it, and I was getting y'all's help to, you know, help me figure out how to play it. So once I figured it out, I was just getting hella addicted. Like, I'd plan a stream for an hour, next thing I know, it was 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I was like, wow, this shit is addicting. Like, Digimon World Next Order is the truth. Like, now I'm trying to say maybe the quality of fun for Digimon games could possibly beat Pokemon. Now this is very, very logical, because Pokemon games are so kid friendly. Sun and Moon was so easy. You don't ever.
This is big right here.
There's no such thing as grinding in Pokemon games, unless of course you do a challenge for yourself while you're playing it. The main thing that keeps me coming back to Pokemon is the idea of new regions, brand new Pokemon. Now the thing is with Hacker's Memory is there's gonna be 360 plus Digimon in this damn game, bro. That is ridiculous. That is enough hype for me, because like I said, for Pokemon, the big factor in it, you know, what brings me to it, what makes me always want to play another version of it, is the idea of all these new Digimon, or I mean all these new Pokemon. That these past few times they haven't even been introducing like all that many, in a sense. They only introduced like a solid maybe 50, I want to say. I don't know, maybe I'm undermining that, but you know, it's not that much, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they are brand new. Now these ones 320, I believe that there are some of them, like they're all exist, they just haven't been in all the games at once, you know what I'm saying? Like Pokemon with the whole turn-based type thing, you pick your moves, you can set that up and all that kind of stuff, and that's where I had the most fun. If y'all remember, I know anyone watching this video that's subscribed to me, I know if you're watching this video, you probably watched my Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth PvP series, and that shit, I always talk about it. That shit was so fun. That shit was so lit. Such good support on that. Like, everybody loved that shit, because it was like it was something new. Good, it wasn't Pokemon anymore, and I was doing it at a entertaining level, in a sense. Like, I was actually trying to beat people with not using cheap Digimon, you know what I'm saying? I really learned the meta and everything.
All right, so that was good stuff, and I always forget how well I relayed my thoughts on the whole situation in this video, hence why it has this many amount of views and this amount of likes. Look at all these comments, bro. Holy shit. So anyways, I took notes about the most important pieces, and oh my god, it just hit me, guys. Like, it really hit me of why this topic started bubbling in my head. So to start off, I didn't even realize Hacker's Memory was a 2018 game. I totally forgot it was that soon, or like recent, I mean. So that's good. That's good news in general. So let's start it from the topic of difficulty of Pokemon, because what I want to say is fresh in my head right now. So yeah, so in the video, I'm talking about the difficulty of Pokemon. Like, it's like, yes, it's fun to play, and that's what the thing with X and Y. Literally, the new regions, the new Pokemon kind of make me forget about difficulty in a sense, and I just enjoy myself. So with Sword and Shield, that type of concept seems to be going away. Raid battles and the concept of finding overly powered Pokemon in the area. Not that means a ton, but it just gives me this feeling of a Xenoblade Chronicles type of gameplay. And if I think about that, it's more of a fun experience. Not that it's super hard, but you gotta watch your step type of deal, right? You gotta grind a little bit. So it just makes me think that this game is going to be feeling more like that, more RPG like, and that in itself is pretty crazy. It means this is the last thing I'm gonna say. On that note, it makes me feel like building a team is more important. Chew on that for a second. Hackers Memory added 320 Digimon. I think it, not like extra, but that's the total count. I think the base game was around 200, something like that. It added a clean like 100-ish. Let's just put it like that. And the appeal that I mentioned in this video for Pokemon is that I like going to a new region, experiencing new Digimon. If we think about it, I don't think the Digimon has scratched the surface of that concept yet at all. Again, don't forget, this is competitiveness. We're still talking about that. But regardless, they haven't tapped into that. People in my Discord that are actual like full Digimon fans, like I'm talking about, like, you know, deeper than I am, continuously show me these newly announced Digimon X antibody evolutions, all this crazy stuff. In my stream for the complete edition on Friday, they were telling me about Apollomon, look at my history, bruh. Apollomon, Plutomon, Z the Millenniumon, Venusmon. Like, all of these crazy looking Digimon that we don't see enough of. There are so many Digimon out there, and they are holding out. Imagine just a Digimon game with a bunch of these Digimon that none of us see very often. Some people will know, others won't know, but that concept of the unknown but cool looking it has a lot of power behind it. But just to talk about the competitiveness then. So there's a few things that I want to talk about that, because I think it's part of why Pokemon is so successful. In the video, I'm talking about how I don't know if Digimon can ever actually reach the stage of Pokemon, because and I thought about it now. I think it's because of two things. Or Pokemon has two sides. It has the extreme casual play. Anybody above the age of like 6, 7 can play a Pokemon game and enjoy the shit out of it. At the same time, anybody above the age of 15, you know, from 7 to 15, anybody, any age really can enjoy it. And then at the same time, any hardcore gamer can again enjoy it. There is literally a space for any demographic of gamer to consume and play Pokemon. That is not exactly the case for Digimon. Maybe a little bit, not really. When I think about Next Order or World Games in general, them shits, it's a different type of hard. It's a different type of hard. A hard that, it's hard if you don't know what's going on. As soon as you know what's going on, maybe a little bit, but still it's a bit tricky. So on that note, I don't know if it can ever fully reach Pokemon's stature, but it can get somewhere near it. And not only that, the games of Pokemon are pretty standard, right? You have it being, dude, that's like a 20-hour game, maybe, you know what I mean? Versus Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth 80 hours, no ability to skip cutscenes. How is somebody supposed to go through 80 hours and then decide to start diving in, spending another 80 hours on the competitiveness of the game, which is involving grading teams, building teams, all that kind of setup? How does that work? You know what I mean? You have to be into it. Versus 20 hours, whatever, it was easy, blah. It was easy. That's another thing, easy. These Digimon games can be hard. You can put the hard mode. You know, there's way more flexibility out of it. It's more of a standard game, RPG, JRPG. So then to ask somebody to then also come to the end and PvP, it becomes so hard. But what sucks about that is it is at the level of competitiveness of Pokemon. Pokemon has some bullshit going on, some RNG. Digimon is the same way, right? So that's why I'm saying they're at the very close levels. A lot of people don't get that. If you watch my PvP series, you will understand. Go watch that. And yeah, so I think that's about all the points I want to make. So to end it off, kind of a summary of what I just said. It feels like Pokemon is potentially taking this stride. So, this is something I didn't touch upon. So while I present all those things, I think they're increasing the difficulty. Oh my god, I guess I missed a lot of. I missed a lot of the negative points that people are having an uproar about of Pokemon, whether that be national decks, piss poor animations, or just like no evolution of the animations. And I guess an overall lack of innovation. Dynamaxing is extremely dumb to me. I don't really care, but I like the aspect of raids, right? I like that aspect. So I kind of just cut out the Dynamaxing concept, and I take the raid aspect of it. That'll be cool. I think those are going to be crazy hard, right? So that's what I'm worried about. So really, it's like, so whenever I quantize that information and I think about 2017, 2019, I am, again, like I started off this video saying, I am excited for Sword and Shield. It hasn't been this way since X and Y. So, let's see what happens. I want this to be a discussion though, because this is how I feel. A lot of other people feel the same way, but there are a large majority of people who are not are deciding to not purchase this game and have a strong hate for what's going on. Now, just to kind of cover that in a sentence, this is nothing new from Game Freak. They never have made some crazy innovative boom, right? It's always been a very slow progress, gradual progression. Animations, there's no excuse for that from their side, but at the same time, is that affecting my playthrough of the game? Not one bit. And they're adding things that have gotten me excited again, so there's nothing that I could say or complain about at this point. I never have high expectations for Pokemon games as is, so I like and enjoy the bare minimum in a sense. It sounds fucked up, but that's just how it is. And then on the Digimon side, while we were supposed to get Survive this year, and if we would have got Survive this year, this whole video I'd have a different demeanor as well. But that idea that we did not get Survive this year and all we got, not that I'm sad, but I'm kind of like, damn, all we got was a complete edition, aka the things that I played in 2015, 2016, whatever it is, and then 2018. I think it's 2017, 2018. You know, there's only a certain amount of excitement that I can get from that, replaying 2 games that I destroyed, you know? So I'm scared to say this, but are we at not a standstill? I think it is a standstill right now, because Digimon, we have a new story game that I didn't even get into on this video because we don't have a lot of information on it. But we have a new story game that's magically being created for base PS4 as the base, or PS4 as the base in mind, and then we have this bigger new Pokemon game also coming. So I'm just thinking, like, this video right here feels like it's swapped right now. In 2019, I feel like it's swapped right now, but it's swapped with Digimon having like this ammo in the back ready to fire on us, right? Because Survive is coming in 2020, and then at the end of the day, it would make sense with how long the new story game has been in development, it would make sense for that one to be coming out the following year. AKA, Digimon has some crazy heat coming in the next potential 2 to 3 years, while Pokemon is about to hit its biggest stride in a month. And from there, it's kind of up to Digimon to answer. So, in a way, I guess we're at a standstill. We're at a neutral point now. Before, I kept having this feeling of Digimon was up here. Now, Pokemon has been coming up like this, and it's at a standstill. So that is the point of this video. I rest my case. Wow, that last section, I feel like I just threw a lot at you, so this is another discussion. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you want to get the full, because I probably cut up what I was listening to, but I listened to the whole video, as you can see. If you want to listen to this whole video, I'll put that in the description below. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I think it's going to be pretty long. So yeah, other than that, that's all I got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Whew, let me know your thoughts, and I'll be in the comments below. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace. Lamp with the tape, I'm a legend in the room. JAMSQUAD chillin', now my homies bringing boom. Don't try to play the game without asking about the rules. I keep my cards safe, nigga, what you do? Pop it off easy, I'm not trying to snap your neck.